Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot weekend reading for the 6th and the 7th of August 2022. And on Sunday, the sun is at the astrological point of Lammas. I know that I'm saying that wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong, but there you go. It's half the fun. Okay, what do we need to know for the weekend? Weekend. Yes. The camera is recording. That's the first thing we need to know. Because recently, that's been a bit of a gamble. Tell me what your plans are for the weekend. What are your plans? Even if it's absolutely nothing, or especially if you've got to go to something that you hate. Tell me all about it. Okay, tell me all about it. Check out my Gemstars membership as well. Some people have a join button next to the subscribe button. Some people don't. And there is a link in the description box if you want to join. We have custom emojis that will be added to soon once I've hassled my brother. We've been doing members only live stream where I pull a card for you, and then recently we've done quite a mammoth one actually, which was ask for a card on the community post, and I made a video and timestamped everybody's name. That took years of my life, I'm just saying. But anyhow, you can join in the description box. It's really coming into its own actually. We're having a really good time over there. So hello to any Gemstars that are here as well. Use your emojis. Use them or lose them. Well, you won't lose them actually, but just use them. Okay, what do we need to know for everybody for the weekend? I've got like a bit of a weekend dance here. But I also feel like the Grand Dame, or Dame in, what's it called? Downton Abbey, when she goes, what's a weekend? Like that. What's a weekend? Maggie Smith. Love Maggie Smith. What do we need to know, people? What do we need to know? Tarot. Oof. Oof. Right, we're done. That's it. I don't know where the grooviness has come from. Maybe this weekend you should be having a dance around the kitchen. That's what I do sometimes. It's a bit hot here for dancing at the moment. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I was going to biddly bop down so you can see the cards. Oh, and lots of other things as well by the looks of it. Let's shove them up here, shall we? As the actress said to the bishop. Okay, those two cards crossed each other, so I kind of left it like that. So I felt like that was a little message on its own. Okay, so Two of Swords is quite prominent in this reading. You may have been feeling with that Two of Swords like you just have, I don't know, it's not being stuck, it's just a feeling that it isn't time. And I think this came up yesterday. It isn't time to go one way or the other, or as Thomas Hardy would say, hither or thither. Okay, love a bit of hither and thither. If we're not hither and we're not thither, where are we then? Answer in the comments section, please. Where would Thomas Hardy call now? You know, tis neither hither nor thither, tis now. So when you've got this, when you've got the Two of Swords, you've got blindfold, and you've also got two Aces of Swords crossing each other. My experience of this, we've got a full moon in Aquarius on the 12th, but my experience is this kind of vibe breaks with a new moon. So when's the new moon? Okay, new moon on the 27th. It's quite a long wait, but I'm afraid that's what I get. So maybe 3 weeks of feeling, because sometimes the daily readings are not just daily, are they? 3 weeks of kind of, and it's not a bad feeling either, but being able to kind of roll with the punches or go with the flow or whatever you want to call it. Because the way forward in a situation, whether it's a relationship, a job, life, or anything, is not there yet. That's what I get from the Two of Swords. It's not created yet. So you have the blindfold. It's not time for you to see. Even if you know, you just can't say, oh, I'll whip the blindfold off and have a look. It's like there's nothing to see yet, it hasn't been built. What I get with the Two of Swords is that you're kind of creating a third way yourself. You're almost building, and I always get this image, like you're building a sort of runway in front of yourself. Okay? Like there's a lot of actions today. Okay. Next to it, we've got two cards here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and we've got the World card. Now, the World card is indicating to us that a cycle is ending, and I feel it's a cycle of doubt and a cycle of not knowing and a cycle maybe of anxiety, because doubt and not knowing generally in humans leads to anxiety. And then we start a new cycle. It's like Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself, okay? So this might be on the macro as well, that the kind of world energy or the energy around you is expanding, having been contracted. But I feel like on a personal level, it's the same thing. It's expanding, having been contracted. And that's quite nice. I like that. For some reason, I'm channeling that Mercury retrograde, like leading up to Mercury retrograde on the 10th of September, that this is like a phase up to then, and that might be the new beginning, even though Mercury retrograde is kind of going backwards. But anyway, just going to note that for your diary. Then with the Ace of Pentacles, that is a new beginning card, but in a really good way. This is good for getting ideas about investments, about money, about increasing your income, monetizing a hobby, monetizing your own business, seeking extra revenue streams, getting a higher pay at work, looking for a different job, being headhunted, all of those things. But remember, there's also this little archway here, which I really like, that kind of leads to the sea. It's like, oh yes, I'm going to have a little trip to the sea and I'm taking my massive coin. He's like, can I get the coin through the hedge? You bet I can. So money meets juju and magic and spirituality here. This is very nice. Okay. And again, the Nine of Pentacles. And I think this is telling us, don't be afraid of security, of money, of that kind of energy, of making sure you're okay, of building your own future, of being happy with what you've got. That's another form of doing it, of being careful with what you do with your stuff and careful with what you do with your emotions and careful about other people who may want to take from you, you know, emotionally. But we have the Queen of Swords in reverse as well. For one or two of you, this may be just it can be somebody at work or somebody in your friendship group or your WhatsApp group or your Facebook group or whatever, who is just a bit kind of on the edge, a bit sharp, a bit unfortunate, and maybe a bit jealous of you, or just a bit anti something. So just watch out for that, one or two of you. But also I'm getting the message that you don't need to be too bristly or defensive. Okay, you can put away the big sword because it's not time yet. It's not accurate. You don't know enough. It will emerge. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, money and fortune may be a little bit up and down until we reach this Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, you might have been dealing with somebody who's been a bit unreliable, because the King of Pentacles in reverse can be a bit unreliable. The feeling of someone who's not quite coming up with the goods. Doesn't matter, because if you're in your Nine of Pentacles energy, you're good. Okay? Knight of Swords in reverse is crossing that, means somebody's being vague. It can be that you've applied for money, or you've applied for a loan or a bank thing or a job or whatever, and you're getting nothing back, or you're getting vague stuff back. Or if it's about a person, you've asked them direct questions and they've been evasive. Okay, again, stick with what you know and don't try and know any more just yet. Okay, let's have an oracle card. I know what I wanted. I want to chuck Spezzano Chuck Spitzarno. And I might do a little love card as well. For those of you wanting a love oracle card, why not? Do I even need to? Because this is a love card. Okay, we get the relationship. Oh, I nearly swore then. It's going to be one of those days. I'm biddly bopping back. Swing. We get the relationship card of control. Sometimes people can control relationships by being vague and by what they don't tell you, whether it's work relationships. You know, like, have you ever had that boss? I had a boss. This is grim. I had a boss who used to, I want to use the word hide, but I would say could never locate my leave sheet. So everybody else had theirs, but I didn't. So if I wanted holiday, I had to go and find them. And then I had to go and sort of beg for leave because I never had the sheet and I never knew how many days I had left. It was a weird form of control, and that's what it is. So it can come in different forms, okay? It can be in relationship that's romantic or relationship that's work. It doesn't matter, it's still there. Let's do a couple Chuck Spezzano love cards for those of you that want to know about love. Chicka chicka. I don't know why I have to, ooh, chicka chicka about everything. It's the weekend, we can chicka chicka if we want to, can't we? Ooh, very nice. Ha! Oh, I like it. I like this, like these love cards. Okay. Very nice, we get giving. And receiving, because where there's giving, there's receiving. This is about generosity. Giving, receiving, finally, someone is able to give some, okay, clarity, emotion or something. Are you ready to receive? Because we also have the card of independence. And I feel it's independence as in I am a rock, I am an island, rather than a healthy dose of independence like we'd get in the Nine of Pentacles. So you may be dealing with somebody, or it may be you, who feels defensive and wanting to stay on your island. And then we get adventure. For those of you looking for love, it's time. It's time. It's time to get out there, because this is dates, going on safari with somebody, or just to having a coffee, whatever it is. Get yourself out there. Get your disco pants on. Ding. Get your, you know, you know what I'm saying. Leave me a comment, let me know your plans for the weekend, let me know if you're going on a date as well, tell me all about it, and do check out the Gemstars membership. I'll see you soon. Namaste.